Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. So, interesting in the market today. I'm glad to see you guys are here. Man, tech rally today. Tech stocks are moving. Meta beat. Rock and rolling. Apple comes out tonight. Amazon comes out tonight. Google comes out tonight. We'll see if the tech rally will keep on going. And it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that the market is moving higher, even though the market is currently overbought. It is really currently overbought. We're going to talk about that in a second. I think that you can't lose sight of that. And we don't want to get caught up in all the exuberance that's going on. All I'm telling you right now, take what the market gives you. The market's giving you an opportunity to make money in the market to the upside. Okay? Don't get me wrong. But I don't want you guys to become lackadaisical. That's not what I want to have happen. Badger says, great Sunday going to church hat yesterday. Oh, man, you a Cochran fan? You a Cochran fan? I just saw him in concert with Toby Mac over the weekend. Have you looked at the new trading software Elon Musk is promoting? Nope. I haven't seen it at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I haven't seen it at all. All right, let's go see. We got 234 people in here. You know me. I'm trying to take us baby steps. Let's get up to 300 people. Let's get this link out there to the live stream. Share it, share it, share it, share it. Let's get 300 people. And you know, it's kind of important that we do get people out there that's in the market to understand what's going on in the market, and not to get caught up in all the exuberance. You know, just do this, but be cautiously what's going on. Cochran fan, isn't everyone? I don't know, Badger. Look, some people in here is like, who's Cochran? I'm sure that there is. I'm sure there's a lot of people in there. Mark says, on a more important note, I got Patrick to look up Mug F on the mobile pay app score. Did you really? He fell for that? Patrick fell for that? Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. Who do you have winning the Super Bowl, the Eagles or the Chiefs? I'm thinking the Chiefs are going to make it. That's what I'm thinking. That's my opinion. You asked my opinion. I think the Chiefs make it. All right. So with all of that being said, what's going on in the market? If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But let's talk about what's going on in the market. Let's do that first. So, well, let's go back here first. As we look at all of that green. Look at all of that green in our color guard. It's there. Look at the indices. The Dow is a little bit down to flat to down. Everything else is up, but it's the tech stocks that's moving the market. All right. It's the tech stocks that's moving the market. And now what do you do from this point? Is it okay to play the tech rally? Or is the tech rally setting up for the market to pull the rug from under us? So it's one of the two things. Look at that, 297, folks, 297, almost up to 300. So keeping all of that in mind, we're going to go through what you should be looking for, what should be happening, how to manage your trades that you have. And if the market keeps going up, I'm going to give you some stock ideas to keep your eyes on. 299, one more, folks. And we'll be up to 300. One more, folks. Come on, let's get it. 301. Boom. We got 300 people in here, folks. Awesome. Thank you very, very much for that, for making that happen. I think today is an important day. So as we look at what's going on in the market on the homepage, let's go to the VectorVest software. Here is the VectorVest composite shown over the last 3 months. Big up day in the market today. As you can see, no wick at the top. So there's a lot of bullish exuberance in the market. And that's where we stand at this point. A new high, no wick, strong day. But look at the indicator, the MTI. Let me make that a little darker for you to be able to see it. Oops, didn't want to do it that way. Come on, put that back on. There we go. Right click, change the style. Let me make it a little darker. Now, this is an indicator you'll only find in the VectorVest software. All right. The VectorVest software has an indicator called the MTI, or the market timing indicator, which is cast on a scale between 0 and 2. But the MTI has levels when the market is looking for a top and levels when the market is looking for a bottom. When the MTI gets to a range of 1.5 to 1.6, the market is definitely looking for a top. Now, the key words there are the market are looking for a top. It doesn't mean that the market stops on a dime and goes the other direction. It is a heads up indicator. And as a VectorVest subscriber, or all you guys that are here on YouTube, it's an indicator to keep you abreast of what's truly going on in the market outside of just watching the market move. Love that the market is moving. Love that we broke through a couple of levels of resistance. But the market is overbought. The market is overbought. It's all on you, Joey. It ain't easy making the talent look good. Congratulations. Yeah, even though he and I fight like brothers, he does a great job. He does a great job. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But it is what it is. All right. I like the word exuberant, says Nectarios. And it is. It's the market. This is a feel-good market. How do you make money in a feel-good market? What is feel-good? Is that an emotion? Yes or no? Is that an emotion? Yes or no? Type 1 if it is an emotion. Type 2 if it's not an emotion. Let's talk about that real quick before we get into it. Is a feel-good market an emotional thing? Type of 1. Or is it just the market moving? Type of 2 if you don't think that it's an emotional thing. I am on the side of it's an emotional thing, and it's very tough trying to make money in an emotional market. A lot of times, folks, you got to take that emotion out of the equation so that you can make better decisions. Hey, Glenn, NNDM, Nano Dimensions. Is that what you're talking about? Let's go. I'll take a look at it. NNDM. We've done some videos on that. Emotions will bankrupt the technical trader. I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that. All right, so with that being said, having an indicator like the MTI helps to take the emotion or the feel-good out of the market to let you become well-informed, better informed. If Apple has a bad report, the market going down. Well, you know something? I think that Meta was enough to keep the market moving the way that it's moving right now. If Apple reports good, or reports bad, it may bring the NASDAQ down a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to bring it into the negative. All right. And that's why I named this as a title today, a tech rally. It is a tech rally. The top 10 lowest RT using the dude. This doesn't happen all the time, but you cannot make money if you don't learn the software and use it. Glenn didn't pay me to say this, says John. Listen, I love that when VV Nation talks in here, especially when it comes down to people who are not subscribers to the program. It's one thing to hear it from me, but it's another thing to hear it from the people in VV Nation. Apple will have lower number cell phone sales. And I agree with that, Marie. I think that when the number comes out, it's going to be lower cell phone sales. But what is the guidance going forward? And I don't know if what we're going through from higher interest rates is going to be affecting Apple. Apple's got a lot of money. Apple's got a lot of money, and they probably can overcome what's going on by way of the interest rates increases. But we'll see. It's going to be all about the guidance. Good afternoon, Rajan. He's the only VV on screen, the talent. Glenn did pay me. I didn't pay you to say, wow. I didn't pay you to say that. That's funny. All right. Don't buy that apple. It's from the Garden of Eden. Is ENG still good? I'll write that down. I don't know. I haven't looked at it lately, Luke. All right. So this is just to give you some heads up on what's going on in the market. Beautiful update today, but the MTI is letting us know the market's looking for a pullback. Now, the last time that happened, look at that. We were in that level of being overbought again. The market did pull back, but it wasn't for a long pullback. Whereas back here, when we got to that level, it was a deeper, more entrenched pullback. So I tell you that the market's looking for a top. If it does pull back, I don't know how hard the pullback's going to be. But it is a heads up. What does that mean for you right now? How about Boyle? Not touching Boyle. If you're going to play natural gas right now, I would definitely play KOLD. What is the problem with petroleum? It's because there's a lot of supply. People got it. All right. And that's keeping oil prices down. The supply is there. We put a lot of it out there. And the winter is not as cold as it was projected to be. So a lot of people ain't using it. So oil is still on the sidelines, not doing what it should be doing. And that is what it is. Mario, welcome from London, UK. All right. So now that we've got that in play, let's go look at some news that's moving the market. market, starting with what the Fed said yesterday. Decidedly less hawkish. 4 takeaways from his press conference as Fed hike rates again. So there's 4 things in here. Powell resists locking horns with the market. All right, go down. A rate hike in March seems like a sure bet, but after that, all bets are off. And I think that people think that the Fed's going to pull back. Well, why? Because the Fed is helping to wreck the economy right now, right? But if he doesn't to a certain point overshoot, what's to say that the market starts going back up exuberant in a big way and inflation is not fully taken care of? Does he want that on his record? Does he want to have to deal with that? So I'm thinking that, yes, he's a little less dovish, but he has said that the tightening is not where it needs to be, that he is going to continue to raise rates. Maybe not at the rate that he was raising them at the 75 basis points. He went to 50, and then the last one was 25 basis points. But don't lose sight of he's still raising interest rates. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And as we get closer and higher in interest rates, even though we're still historically low from the past, paying back the debt that we have now at $31 trillion is huge. And at the rates that we're going at now and raising the interest rates, it becomes more difficult to pay back the money on the debt. All right, so come on in. Hello. Oh, guess what I'm getting ready to get, folks? I'm getting ready to get a VectorVest swag bag. Patrick got one earlier today. I've got one now. All right, let's go see what's in it. And this is all from the VectorVest store, folks. I got a little VectorVest hat. You know me, I like my hats. I got a shirt. Oh, man, this is a nice shirt. Black shirt, too. I'm going to probably have to wear that for a video real soon. Look at that. All of this is from the VectorVest store. I'm going to give you the link to the store. Patrick got a water bottle. I got a water bottle. Oh, sicky now. Somebody was telling me we had a bigger cup. And I think there it is. Joey, this is bigger than my cup. Yes, I believe this is bigger than my VectorVest cup.
It appears to be.
It is. It looks like it's been. That's a nice cup. All of this is on the VectorVest store, folks. For you know that I love to drink my Cafe Bustelo. I can now drink it in a bigger cup. I'm gonna hold more coffee in my cup. So can you get a VectorVest hoodie? They're on the store. All right, they're on the store. I'm gonna give you, as a matter of fact, let's go back to the web view. Here's the link to the store. Joey can put it in there, but here's our VectorVest store. Let's go to all merchandise. All right, that cup is there. Man, you want a hoodie? There's a hoodie here. There's a sweatshirt. There's a hoodie here somewhere. What is that? That's a jacket. Scroll up again. I'm going to get one of those vests, too. I want a vest. I'm sure that there's a hoodie on here somewhere. There's the hat that I just got. And look at that. I got a big old VectorVest cup. There's got to be a hoodie on here somewhere. Sigh. If there isn't, we got to get one. There's one. There's a hoodie. We do have a VectorVest hoodie as well. All right. So you want to look at rig? I'll take a look at rig. So that was real cool. People within the education department are getting these swag bags. Joey put the link up in there, folks. The store we're running a deal on that. Can we get the shirt like you're wearing like this? No, this is a little different. This is one that's got the VectorVest logo on it, but it's also got hashtag VVNation. This one was made for me, and I've got 4 of them that were made specifically for our live streams. All right, so Crocs for VV, Crocs for Glenn. That ain't happening. Woo! The bag isn't. I like that. Badger says, Linda said, thanks for your service to VectorVest. The bag is in lieu of your 2023 pay increase. Way to go. I'll take it. All right. So what else is going on? Thank you, VectorVest, for that. I am going to start wearing some of this gear on the live stream, but it's a good way for you guys to know that we do have a store and that you can go and purchase some stuff from the store. Brack says, I will get one. Where you go? All right. Satin robe. You want a satin robe? I don't know. Wow, Fireblazer says, don't leave Glenn holding the bag. Wow. All right. Powell didn't pound his shoe about the forecast of no rate cuts this year. And that was the third one. Oh, a sense of relief that inflation is starting to go the Fed's way. All right, so the four things I got out of there. This is not the Playboy Mansion. Who put up their thong? Wow. Who put up their thong? Sigh. All right, how about this? Powell vows Fed not done hiking rates. And you say that and you see that, and the market is still going up the way that it is. It makes you want to think, makes you want to go, things that make you go, the market's rally anyway. This is why I'm telling you the market is overbought. This is why I'm telling you the MTI is telling you that the market is overbought. And this is why I'm telling you to be careful in what you're doing. This talks about the exuberance. This definitely talks about the exuberance. All right. Remember, I just did a video on ChatGPT because Microsoft just put a big investment in it. GPT usage soars as the AI platform gains popularity. Since I did the video, I've been using it. I like it. I think it's very interesting. So keep your eyes on that. You can't trade it yet, but you can still, because Microsoft is investing in it to a certain degree, you can do it through Microsoft. Now, this is interesting too. Investing in AI stocks, do they really deserve the GPT hype? Now, there's two stocks in here from the AI perspective. C3 AI, there's AI. That's a stock we're going to look at today. And BuzzFeed, BZFD. Two stocks in the space that we will take a look at today. AI is getting hot, folks, and I'm glad that I did the video when I did and gave you some stocks to take a look at. And there's also an ETF that I'm going to show you. Stick around. I'm going to show you an ETF to play the whole AI field. Here it is. Tech stocks lead market higher on Meta-fueled rally. That's the big news for today. So we're going to take a look at Meta. How about this? Ford's U.S. sales start 2023 on a strong footing, boosted by the F-Series and the Bronco. Notice that the Lightning is not in here. So it's not on the EV side. It's on the regular vehicle side. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. You should live stream how to make a good watch list. I do that every week. Every time I'm here, I make watch lists based on a lot of different things, Braxton. So pretty much the stocks that I give you are all watch lists that I create for you. So to a certain degree, we are doing that. And what I do is I look at specific searches. I go through the graphs to cherry pick which stocks I want to show you. Merch link says page not found. Joey, can you look into that? Let me see. If I click on it right now, let me see where it takes me. It took me, I just clicked on it from the chat. I just clicked on it, Bill G, from the chat, and it took me right here. So it's I don't know what's going on, but it took me right to.
He clicked on the one in the description, and for some reason that one's broke.
All right, but if you look at the top of the chat, there's the link. There's the link. All right, what am I up to? How about this? This comes from our website. If you go to www.vectorvest.com and go to the blogs portion here and go down to the hot stocks, Snapchat is at the top of the list, drops 14% after third disappointing earnings report in a row. Time to cut losses. And then when I look at this stock today, the stock is kicking butt, taking names. So we're going to look at that stock as well. All right, so that's what we got going on as far as news moving the market. Let's go to my list. So again, Braxton, when I go, all of these are watch lists. Everything that I present to you on the live streams are watch lists. So in essence, I am showing you how to make watch lists based on a lot of different things. All right. I went to get some Cafe Bustelo and come back, and the SPX falls almost 20 points. Market must have heard Glenn saying it was overbought. It had nothing to do with me. All right. It had nothing to do with me. All I'm doing is I'm here to tell you what's going on. That's why I wanted the people here. People need to know what's going on and not get caught up in what they see. Big thing about the VIX. The VIX is up today, but it's still below the value of 20. So there's not a whole lot of fear in the market right now. The market moving up, people feeling good. People are willing to invest in the lower dollar, more speculative stocks, right, at this particular point in time. But it did jump today, but it's still not the level of fear yet. The composite is up over 1%. The Qs or the tech stocks are up 3.5%. Big win by Meta, moving the tech stocks higher. The S&P up over 1%. The only one that's not participating in today's rally is the Dow, down about 0.4%. Now, talking about the stocks that made the big news. So Braxton, all of those stocks that we've just talked about from the news, I created my watch list called the big news stocks. And this is it in a nutshell. Meta's the big mover. Google's got earnings coming out tonight. Here's one of my AI stocks. If you're looking for an AI ETF, for those of you who don't know, it's AIEQ. How many of you knew that there was an ETF for AI, type of 1? How many of you did not know that there was an ETF for AI stocks type of 2? All right. And if I get a lot of tools, that's the reason why I try to present to you what's here so that you can know what to do. Again, if you don't want to play a specific AI company, you can play the whole space. AIEQ, up almost 2% today, up almost 2%. Microsoft for the whole opportunity to sort of kind of play ChatGPT. Apple because of earnings. Amazon because of earnings. Ford because of they've got good sales going on so far for the year. Snap. Now, Snap missed, but look at the move on the stock today. Would I buy it? Well, fundamentally, no. Look at the relative value and relative safety on the stock, both clearly below 1. What's moving is that RT is above 1. If I scroll over, though, does Snap make money? No. Are they growing? No. So this is a technical move, and this is why the analysis that you do is important. What is the AI ETF ticker right here? AIEQ. AIEQ. BuzzFeed, as far as another AI stock, a little bit down today, fundamentally not there, and RT is not up. So if I'm looking at some sort of AI stock to get involved with, I would either take the ETF or I would look at a stock like AI, which is C3 AI. It's in an uptrend. Fundamentally not sound, but technically in an uptrend, not making earnings, but they are turning it around where they are growing their earnings at a clip of positive 10% per year, which means that the earnings per share that's negative is getting less negative. Whereas I look at BuzzFeed, it's negative and getting more negative. So if I had to look at an AI stock to play, it would be either AI or AIEQ, which is the ETF, RT above 1. No growth in earnings because it is an ETF. What about TQQQ? Is it too late? Knowing that the market is at a level of being overbought. How many of you are willing, how many of you are willing to jump in stocks today? Type of 1. I just want to see where your heads are. How many of you are a little bit more cautious? Type of 2. All right, because that's going to answer Cheryl's question. All right, that's going to answer Cheryl's question. What about TQQQ? Now, I'm figuring that I'm going to have a good mixture between 1s and 2s. It all depends on how aggressive or prudent you are in your investing. If you are more of an aggressive trader, then let me tell you this. Is it okay to still buy in right now? Let's go back to the home page. How about the primary wave is still up? The primary wave is still up. For those people who are a little bit more aggressive, I'm telling you that it's okay to still buy stocks. Look at all of the green and the color guard as well. If I'm a little bit more prudent, knowing that the MTI is at a level of 1.66, I'm going to wait. Does that make sense to everybody? Type a yes or a no. Does that make sense to everybody? So Cheryl, it all depends. It all depends on how aggressive or prudent you are in your investing. If you are aggressive, the primary wave is up, it's okay to buy stocks, but understand that you're an aggressive trader. If you're a little bit more prudent, because I know that the market is looking for a top, I'm going to be a lot more cautious. So by way of the VectorVest system, your question can be answered. Does that make sense, Cheryl? Because you asked the question, which was a great question. Does that make sense to you? All right. Does that make sense to you? And that should answer your question. Is it too late? If I'm more aggressive, the answer is no. If I'm a little bit more prudent, the answer is I can still take what the market gives me, but I am going to be careful. Maybe I don't back up the truck. All right, so here's all of the stocks that made the news. Let's go put a graph of them up. Let's go put them on a 3-month graph. And what lookout do I want? I'm going to use my tech lookout as soon as it comes up. Let's go use my tech lookout. Graph layouts. This is the MPI, but I don't want to use that for this. I'm going to go to tech using my 3 and 8s. Man, I'm looking at Meta. Excuse me. Earnings play, big volume, DPO. From a tech standpoint, stock looks good. Watch the wick at the top. I'm seeing a little bit of profit taking going on. Body is still bigger than the wick, but I've got a bigger wick at the top, which shows me a little bit of selling pressure as compared to the wick at the bottom of the candle. So Google earnings tonight. Earnings haven't come out yet, have they? Nope. Oh, earnings did. Boom, they hit. All right, so Google did hit. Nice gap up. Watch the wick at the top. A little bit of selling pressure, but beautiful gap up on beautiful volume from a technical standpoint. It makes good. Ravi says, Glenn, interest rates up. Shouldn't market be down? Yeah, I agree with that. But I think that the bulls are ready to take the bulls are pushing the market higher. I started off in the beginning saying that this is more of a feel-good market. It's more of an emotional market. Be careful trying to invest in an emotional market. All right, so keeping that in mind, yes, Ravi, it should be down. But the bulls are saying that the Fed feels a little bit more dovish, that he's pulling back on interest rates. Even though they're still rising, they're not rising as fast as they were. Glenn, will you sign my Speedo? Oh my gosh. You know what? You get crickets for that. You so get crickets for that. All right, let's go to the next stock. AI, C3 AI. AI is just moving, folks. AI is just moving from a tech standpoint. Look at the DPO. Watch the volume, though. Watch the volume. People are getting less interested, even though the stock is moving up. Getting bigger wicks at the top of the candles. Be careful with it. AEIQ, love the ETF. A lot of profit taken last few days. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 6 days above average volume because the space is getting hot. The MACD is positive as well. So I'm just trying to keep my eyes on all of this stuff. Microsoft, I think because of ChatGPT, definitely moving. Nice move up today. Technically, DPO and MACD both look good. Apple, this is prior to earnings. Earnings comes out tonight. So far, the stock is gapping up right at a level of resistance of 150.44. If the news is good, it should be able to take out both of these levels of resistance. If the news is mixed, it may just hover around and just move a little bit sideways and consolidate. Amazon earnings, big gap up. Watch the wick at the top, above average volume. Technicals look good. Ford earnings, man. RT above 1, above average volume. DPO and MACD technically still look good. Relative values on these stocks, though. Relative value and relative safety still makes Ford a little bit more of a riskier stock. It's not fundamentally sound. All right, it's not fundamentally sound. I think Jake meant speedometer. Yeah, I'll sign your speedometer. Chat Glenn Paul Tompkins. Glenn Paul, that got nothing to do with me. That stock ain't got nothing to do with me. You got it, Greg. I'm working on it. All right. Snap, interesting. Though they missed, look at the pullback right down to a level of support of 978. Notice that the 3 and the 8 didn't cross negative. Big up day today. Yesterday's candle. Today's candle is almost as big as yesterday and the day before candle put together. That's a strong move. Interesting as they missed. But going on. BuzzFeed. Wow, another AI stock just going down. Be careful with this. Even though the article talked about BuzzFeed and C3 AI or AI is probably a better play. All right, so those are the stocks in my watch list, Braxton, of the stocks that are making the news. All right. Let's go. Don't be talking about Ford. I own a Ford. I own an Excursion. Love my Excursion. That big old beast of a truck. I do love it. How about APPH? I'm still trading that stock. I love it. The stock is rocking and rolling. I still love what they do. App Harvest looks at growing food all year long, no matter what season. And I love that be able to. Do we have those watch lists? Don't start, Mark. No, you don't. All right, let's go look at my EMA squeeze stocks. Now, I can't show you the search in here because it is part of the swing trading course, but I can run the search and give you some stocks from the search. If you take part in the swing trading coaching, it's one of the perks that you get as getting the search for the EMA squeeze. Here's my stocks from the search that I picked out for you today. Let's graph all of these. Let's go put this on the EMA squeeze. Let's go put this on the EMA squeeze layout somewhere. There it is. And it's looking at several different moving averages. All right, let's go put this on a 1 month. It's looking at a 5, a 8, a 13, and a 50. Notice that when I ran the search today, this stock is above all moving averages to include the 50, the long-term moving average. All three of the shorter-term moving averages cross back here, but now it's above the 50. A little bit of a give back day today, though, right? Wow, look at GLB above the 50 nicely. I don't know if this was an earnings play. Doesn't look like it was an earnings play, but above all three of the smaller moving averages and nicely above the 50-day. Nicely above the 50-day. I like that. It's a $177 stock. What else? Hudson. Same scenario. The three smaller moving averages have already crossed and it's above the 50. All right, so these are stocks that are found in, look at that, nice one, FDMT. Keep your eyes on these stocks. Definitely keep your eyes on these stocks. Love the move coming from this low. All three the smaller moving averages across and it's above the 50, but watch the big wick. That's BOKF, and that's the last one. Let's go see what the ones that I picked last week did. All right, so EMA squeeze last week. I got you some stocks. Let's go see what they did. Let's move this back 1 week. Let's move this back 1 week. And let's go see what they did. Let's quick test them. Oh, 1 week, not as much as the market. But if I were cherry picking from that EMA squeeze, a couple of stocks, 3 of them went up in excess of 5%. So it's one thing to see the stocks, but it's another thing to time them and when to get into them. It's positive for the week. Not as big as the spiders, positive for the week, but 3 stocks that had an opportunity to make you some money. All right, let's go to the DEW swingers. This came from David Paul. All right, this came from David Paul. And the reason why we're looking at these searches is because I said that after Tampa, that I was going to incorporate some of the techniques that we showed in Tampa in our live stream. So here's the stocks that met the criteria for the DEW swingers. And I got that from a search that I created from the Tampa 2-day. Where is it? DEW swingers, simple search, looking at the CI of the market of all of the stocks greater than 1.2, average volume greater than 200,000. And the sort is what makes it. CI times the comfort index times growth rate. All right, so I ran the search. I found the stocks. I found the stocks that I wanted to present to you. And let's go put on the bow tie. Let's go put on the bow tie graph somewhere down here. There it is. This is using different moving averages. I put this on a 1 month. This is using a 21, 55, and 89. Those are moving averages that he likes. Why did it show up just today? That shouldn't have been, because it's already that way. But man, look, from a swing trade perspective, I like that. And this one, it was above all 3, but it pulled back below the longer term, the 89. Man, you know what would have found this? Probably a 3-8 search would have found this way back here, which is why I like the 3-8. But from a swing trade perspective, I like these moving averages to make sure that you're buying into trending stocks. SQM, above all 3, 2 days down. Be careful with that. And I did make mention, and someone came back at me again and talked about, why would you not buy on a down day? I think it makes sense. If I'm trying to buy into a stock to start making money, I'd rather buy in on an up day than a down day. And the question goes, well, if you buy on an up day, how do you know that the next day is not going to be down? I don't know. But at least I'm buying into a trade on a day that the stock is doing exactly what I want, and I'm putting myself in a better position. Now, if I'm going to buy on the down day, then I'm already buying into a stock that's losing me money on that day. And that's where we all get in trouble many times. So for the person that was on the YouTube channel saying that my answer was unacceptable, tough, because it makes sense that I'm not going to buy into a brand new position on a down day. I'm not going to do that. Now, if you want to, because you do you, boo-boo. All right, you do you. I'm not doing that, and I'm going to always advise against that. I would rather put you into a situation where you're already winning than you're already losing. Do you guys agree with that? Type of 1 if you agree with that. Type of 2 if you don't. All right, and I'm all about, listen, if I'm going to put you into a stock, why not do it on a day that it's moving up? It just makes sense. So you can argue the point all you want. That's on you. All right, so I see the ones. That's what I did with my spouse. I bought on the up day. It's, wow, Fireblazer, good gravy. All right, yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Wow, SGML met the criteria, big sell-off. All right, still a green candle, but a lot of pullback. I'm not feeling that, even though it met the criteria. Here's another one I wouldn't buy on the down day. Could be getting overextended. That's another thing about buying on the down day. You don't know if the stock is at a level of being overextended or not yet, unless I put on another indicator, of which I'm not going to do. Hudson looks good, above all 3 moving averages. I'd really like to see, though, if the stock can take out the most recent 1-month high, which is at 1111. All right, it's at 1090 right now. I'd really like to see if it can take that out. Thanks. I needed to hear it because I'm seeing your advice play out. I'm a 1. Way to go, Dom. All right, so, I mean, and anybody can disagree with me. I'm okay with that. But when you come at me, that's a different story. All right, I'm gonna stand by what I say, or else I'm not gonna say it. HNRG, man, it was above all 3, but look at the pullback. Now it's only above 2. I'd be waiting on that one. Even though it met the bow tie search, I don't know why this came up. This didn't look like it met the bow tie search. All right, so that's on from another swing trade perspective. I'm sorry, the DEW swinger search. I've also got bow tie. That was another search that David Paul did, which was, where is it? The bow tie sorta. That's looking at a 21, I think it's a 58 and an 89 moving averages. We don't have those built in, so that's why it says David Paul bow tie sorta. Mike sounds good, Glenn. I can hear despite all the bacon sizzling here. There you go. I like that. Be careful with energy, Dom. I hear you. The other rallies that we've had as the market has been moved up right now has been oil and energy. Just be careful because those industries are getting beat up. Just be careful with that, Dom. That's all I got to hear. That's all I got to say. All right. Somebody said that Meta is selling off hard. That was Dr. Vic says Meta is selling off hard. I still think that what was going on in the market, even though they're moving up, is just, man, be careful. That's all I want you to do. Be careful. All right, so what did I get for the bow ties? I've only got 2 stocks in here. Let's graph those real quick. Let's go put on a 3-month graph, and let's go put on the bow tie. Did I already have on the, I messed up. That's all right. There's the bow tie. GABC, down day today. I wouldn't touch it just quite yet. And UVSP, big wicks. Look at the wicks. Be careful. I got a lot of selling pressure on those stocks right now. All right, what else do I have? Ooh, speculative plays. So I'm using the MPI. And I did another variation. I did another variation of the MPI. I want to show you what I did. You guys don't have this, but you can create it if you want. Near perfect indicator. I created an MPI crossing one day, but with relative value above 1. So not only are these just turning over by way of the MPI, but I'm also finding the stocks that have a relative value above 1. They've got good upside. Do you like that? Do you like that change? Type of 1. Type of 2 if you like the MPI just the way it is. Type of 1 if you like that addition. There's so much that you can do to the MPI search, the near perfect indicator. As a VectorVest subscriber, you would have searches to find those stocks. But how many of you feel I think that's a nice move from a speculative play to find the stocks that are just crossing RT to 5 above the 40, but that I've got relative value above 1. I think that's a good thing. Jim says he likes it the way it is, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm trying to make this as creative to find you the more stocks. That's all I want. More stocks. I want you to find more stocks. So in that, these are the stocks that I found. Let's graph them all real quick. So the cool thing is that no matter what the market's doing, I'm still trying to put you in some stocks to take a look at. Which was this? This was the MPI. Let's go look at this. MPI. Look at that. The 5 is just above the 40. Look at the move of the stock. It's a closed candle, but still higher than the previous day's close. And the 5 is above the 40 on the stops, on the stops price. I like 8 because even though, look at the 5-day moving average of relative timing, I like that it moved through that downtrend. I like the move of 8. EGHT, nice open candle, a wick at the top, but a lot more bullish candle. I like this play. I do like this play. Now, Steve says he uses RS above 1. You can do that too. And that's what I love about the MPI is that there's so much that you can do in regards to form fitting it for how you invest. I like the upside potential. You might like the safety potential. That's fine. Whatever works. All right. Guppies is another good way to go, Roger. Guppies is definitely another good way to go. All right. What else is in here? Leica. Wow. Bottom left, top right. New high over the last month. 5 just went. And the last time the 5 went above the 40, this time the 5, I love the graph. This is a good looking stock. I'd like that from the MPI. Wow, PAG, bottom left, top right, just went above the 40. Nice open candle, very little wick at the top. I like that play. PI, even though it fits the mold, down day to day, I'd wait to buy on a up day. Same ACN, Accenture, 5 above the 40. 5 skirted with the 40 on the stop price, but stayed above. Keep your eyes on that one. Fastenal, 5 went above the 40, 5 went above the 40 on the stop price. Nice open candle after gapping up. Not an earnings play? Nope, not an earnings play. I like this. You're getting some good candidates here to look at. And NDSN, Nordson, 5 above the 40. The stock was a little bit of consolidation, but now moving up. I like that as well. All right, my picks. Let's go look at my picks. You know what I got for you today's picks? My picks are going to be in what did I pick? I forget what I picked. Was it Teeny Boppers? I don't think it was. I don't know what my stock picks were for. Lincoln Penske. I don't know what I used for it. Dang it. I don't know if I should show it to you or not. Well, you seeing it. Ooh, that's interesting. All right. And of course, then my system wants to just go kaput. Wow. I'm glad I was down to my last one. Sigh. All right. We just went kaputs. That's some kind of, I thought my picks were going to be EV stocks. That's what I thought. I am a big fan of EVs right now. Tesla is lowering prices, which is going to cause a lot of the other EV stocks to do the same thing. So I'm an EV kind of guy. You know something? Let me see if I can get into a different watch list. YouTube trending. Let's go to clean energy EVs. Let me go back into this. Let me see if this works. Because this is what it was supposed to be. EV car manufacturers. It won't work. So what I did is I've got a watch list of EVs. And what I did is I sorted it by sales growth. Sales growth had to be greater than 10. Had to be greater than 10%. So I had stocks. Tesla was in the list. Lee was in the list. NIO was in the list. I can't bring it up now for whatever the reasons. But I think that my picks for you guys going into this week are going to be EV stocks. And if you have the VectorVest system, I want you to look at EV stocks that have sales growth greater than 10% because that's important. These companies have to be able to meet the demand in the EV space right now. So those were my picks for you this week. Are you married to, wow, no, listen. Yes, they are. No, Do you want to buy life insurance? Your relative value may go up exponentially. Ask your spouse. Wow. All right. I can't even look at the stocks that you gave me because right now my watch list got broke. Sorry about that. Maybe next week I'll do it. All right. But this is what we did, get over 300 people. Thank you for that. But I think it was important enough for people to understand what's going on in the market and how to best take advantage of it. Folks, there is some kind of feel-good exuberance going on in the market with the Fed still raising interest rates. Tech stocks are rallying. I've given you some stocks to keep your eyes on, but I am going to let you know you've got to be careful. All right, you've got to be careful. The market is looking to be overbought. Be careful. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer and tell you to go sell all your positions, but I am not telling you to back up the truck and buy a ton of new stocks as well. All right. You guys had fun today? Type of 1. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we got. 120. Way to go, folks. Love that. You know, I always try to get 100, but we got 120 likes and we did get over 300 people, folks. I try to be unlike anybody else on this YouTube space. I try to have fun, but it's all about giving an education about what's going on in the market and how to best take advantage of it. Someone said timing is relative, so we are all related. So you get crickets for that too. Glenn, what's your market outlook for the next week? I think the market's going to go up or down. You know, I don't like to predict, because predicting what the market is going to do, the market has a way of humbling you each and every time. So that's my honest answer. I'm all about taking what the market gives you, whether it's up or whether it's down, managing your positions. I think that is more important than trying to guess what the outlook is going to be. If you agree with that, type of yes. All right. If you think that I'm just talking around that, type of no. All right. If you think that I'm just talking through my butt, type of no. But if you agree with that, type of yes. I think that it's more important to manage your positions and understand what's going in the market instead of trying to guess what the market is going to do. I'm a big fan of Palantir, Mario. I ain't gonna lie. And they keep getting the contracts and they beat earnings. All right, Palantir I like. I've been liking Palantir. I've tweeted a lot about it. I've done a couple of videos on it. I am a big fan of Palantir and what they do. So I haven't looked at it recently, but I do know that they beat earnings. I'm a big time for that. Follow the timing and manage your positions around it. Absolutely, John. Absolutely. All right. With all of that being said, I got the swag, which I think I'm going to start wearing soon. Man, I'm really feeling this shirt. It's a good quality. Probably going to wear that next week along with my VectorVest hat. Put my VectorVest hat on. Yeah, I got to take this off though. All right, and folks, we invite you to go to the store. We are running a special on the store right now for all you guys. Go to the store. Get your own VectorVest swag, folks. All right, get your own VectorVest swag, and there you go. So, Unity I have not looked at recently. Skyliners maybe something I need to look at. And, you know, in our YouTube, when the video is out there, if there's stocks that you want me to look at, type it in the comments. And if I can make a story around it, I will. But let me know what stocks you're looking at. So in the comments, once you go back to the YouTube after this is put up, go put your comments in there. Let me know what you guys are looking at. All right. With that, I got to go. This video is over. It's not that one. That's on my videos. This is live stream. So with that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Salam. Nope. How about bom dia? Salam, shalom, namaste. Yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.